Have you ever had what you thought was an absolute failure turn out to be an interesting and valuable learning experience? That's what happened to me the first time I tried to overwinter vegetables outdoors in growing zone 3. Hello, this is Stephen from shortseasongarden.com, and I offer tips and tricks for gardening in any climate, but especially in short seasons like here in zone 3 in eastern Canada. So subscribe to my channel, give my video a thumbs up and a comment. Go to my social media at Short Season Garden on Facebook or Instagram, or go to my website at www.shortseasongarden.com. With all the supply chain shortages that we've experienced recently, I'm sure you've noticed that vegetable seeds are no exception. Each year, those special seeds are not only getting more expensive, but also scarcer. Seed saving is becoming more and more attractive as a means of both preserving supply and keeping down costs. This year, I saved seeds from my heirloom tomatoes and cucumbers, and I'm looking for open pollinated varieties of squash, peas, beans, and peppers for next year's crop, with seed saving in mind. These fruiting crops are obvious and easy sources of seeds, but some seeds are less obvious. Am I the only one who didn't give much thought to where seeds come from in some other common vegetables? If you've ever left your lettuce or spinach in the garden too long, you know that it will eventually bolt and go to seed, although not as fast in the fall as in the heat of summer. But did you know that many vegetables are biennials and produce their seeds in the second year? That's probably common knowledge to southern gardeners, but here in the north, we don't usually overwinter our crops. 2 years ago, I planted way too many green onions. I got the brainwave to see if they would survive the winter and grow some full-sized onions the next year. They did survive the winter without any protection whatsoever except snow, but the onions did not grow larger. They went to seed and the bulbs turned to mush. As mentioned in the intro and in several previous videos, last fall I attempted to overwinter some young vegetables in a cold frame and absolutely failed, or so I thought. But as spring progressed, I discovered that some beets had actually survived and were starting to grow. By June, I realized that though the beets were growing, they were going to seed. As spring turned to summer, I harvested everything else in the cold frame and eventually moved the cold frame to a new spot, but left the beets there and kind of neglected them. The seeds gradually started to dry out and look more and more like the seeds in a beet package. In late October, I finally decided to harvest my accidental beet seeds. The dried seeds were easily stripped from the plant by running my thumb and fingers along the stems. As you can see, 1 or 2 plants will provide all the seeds you need for a home garden. I put a few in dampened paper towel in a Ziploc bag to test for germination, and some of the seeds germinated, although I didn't get 100% success. No, they didn't come from heirloom or open pollinated parents, so I don't know what I will get when I plant them, but I certainly intend to find out. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and a comment, subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you in the next video.